Christians see the world as they are. You only look at it from one perspective, but the world is completely different.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's the real world is completely different. The real world is not what we're doing in church. The real world is not that we're going to pray, and give tithe, and we're going to be blessed and become billionaires and billion. Forget it. You're going to stay average. Jesus said, if you want to know how people make money, look at the people in the world. You have to work hard. You have to work, you have to do things according to the principle of God. That's the global. If we want to take Trinidad and Suriname and the Caribbean for Jesus, we have to do things differently. The people don't don't associate with us because we are in church. They want to associate with us because first we are human.
Amen.
So if you are the light of the world, and the pastor talked about it, you also talked about it, and you don't even go to your family. You never go to a soccer game. You never do certain things. You're like, holy, you are holy. You don't associate with nobody. The world needs example of people like you and I that have integrity, that know what is going around. They are self-aware. They need people that are relationship builders. They need people that are change agents. What do you do? They need people that don't talk negative.
Yes.
You're a positive communicator. They need people that are visionaries. How? Let me take a simple example. If you marry, like the young couple that was here, where will you take this wife and the children in 5 years? Do you have a vision? Where do you want to be in 10 years? If you're 40 years now, you're married to this beautiful woman beside you, how will we do our retirement plans? You must have the vision. It's not that God will do anything for you or everything for you. The Bible said when God, I'm saying it like that, wanted us to build this chair, you know what he gave Adam? Trees. And Adam had to go and think and imagine and design and have a vision how he would make the chair. If you want something, you have to come to the place to meditate on the word. Ask God. But God has put already the purpose in your heart. But as long as you do not come to the place to understand that, I talked about the taxonomy of Bloom in Doxa Ministry. It's a way of thinking. It's a level of education. She knows about it. So most of us, we can understand, we can remember, and we can apply that at the 3/4 level. And you know that when we talk about level of thinking, the 3 levels, the first 3, that people that can remember, that people that can understand, and people can apply, we still say that they are the lower thinking people. But when people start analyzing, when people start evaluating, and when people start designing and recreate, then they think they are the high level thinking people. So most of the Christians, they stay at the remembrance or the understanding, and sometimes on the application. So if you want to be an unstoppable leader, you have to have strategy. You should be a navigator. So personal leadership is your success. A lot of people want to lead others, but they can't lead themselves. So you have to understand that you have to come at the place to work on your personal leadership. And when you do that, it is your success. It gives you the ability of taking charge of your own life.
Yes, yes.
I would say, take ownership of your life.
Amen.
Don't let the government own you.
That's right.
Don't let somebody own you. You have to take ownership, first of all, of your own life.
Amen.
In 10 years, I'm going to be there. In 20 years, I'm going to be there. I will leave this for my children, and I will leave this for my grandchildren. The Bible says in Proverbs 30:22, look at the standard. A good man leaveth an inheritance for his children's children. That's the standard that God is giving us. And I'm like frustrating with God. I said, Father, if that's the standard, how come that most of the children of God don't even can leave something for their own children? You know why? Because they're not meditating, they're not thinking, they're not You have to get frustrated with God sometimes. So God, if you said that I will do great things like you and even greater things, how come that is not happening? So personal leadership refers to your ability to utilize your beliefs, your principles and values to guide the direction in which you lead.